Now we have to talk about the list. Okay, so basically list, map and set, those all are the part of the collection. Okay, collection, so which is also we have into the data, I mean the Dart framework. Okay, so we can use these easily, and how we can use into the Dart, that I need to tell you. So to declare any list, we can use those I mean these sign, and we can assign any kind of value here, I mean value, and we can use same. So see, this list can hold the any kind of value, because this is a var type. So list can be any kind of type. If you want to make it as a string, so we have to use the same type of value here, and the string shouldn't be come here, so string should be come here, string, and we have to make it as a array, and this would be list. Okay, so this kind we can use, and same how we can basically use a map. So suppose I want to create a map of a string type. So as like in Java, we can create a variable kind of this. Okay, so I'm just making as a map, but here we have to make create a map of different type. Okay, different way basically we have to create.
Hi friends, welcome to my channel again. So in this video we will talk about the keywords, that is a final and constant, and we already talk about one of the useful keyword, that is a where. And now as we are talking about the const and the final keyword, so first we will talk about the what is const and the final, and before of this we will basically comment this part which we already discussed. Okay, and keep this part into the bottom, so that we can have some blank space, and we can talk about the other thing. So constant and the final, these are also two keyword, and a constant basically in Dart we will use like const, and final we use by a final keyword. So basically const is compile, const initialize the value and take the memory as the compile time. Constant take the value at compile time, or what we can say, or it's a compile time variable. Okay, while final take the value at runtime. Okay, and what other feature differences in between constant final, that we will discuss by an example. So suppose I'm taking an example of one variable. There I'm creating a one variable as a pi, so where I am creating this variable as a const. Okay, and now I am assigning the value as a 1.4. okay, so this value I am assigning to the pi variable, and as you know, a pi I am assigning to this value, and suppose I am taking the example of const. Now that's the name of URL. Okay, and now I'm assigning something like this URL. Just take an example, this is not a proper URL, so I'm creating a URL, and in URL I'm assigning this kind of HTTP URL. Okay, so in future maybe our URL will be changed. Okay, we have to work on the different URL which will also constant for a while or for some time. Okay, so instead of this value, suppose in future I got this URL, so I can make it like this, and I can use this const URL at anywhere where I need to use this URL. Okay, but if I'm talking about the pie, this can't this pie which is having which is basically a useful thing, which is we use for calculating the area, calculating the perimeter. According to that we have to do lots of things. Suppose if I am a NASA employee, and I have to instruct some of the rocket person who is basically going away from the earth, and I have to basically tell them like in which basically area they can basically keep their rocket so that they can go securely in outside the earth. Okay, if suppose I am keeping this constant like in that way, so basically in future the value anyone can change. But suppose I am making the value as a final of pi, then in that case basically I am telling the value of I am telling like pi is a variable which cannot be changed into the future. Okay, which cannot be changed into the future. I'm telling like this. So that means if this value cannot be changed into the future, that means if my rocket persons ask him something about the area, okay, so basically whatever the value I'm calculating by using that pi1 variable, okay, whichever I'm using to the some mathematics formulas or whatever, where which is helping me to calculate the area. So basically the value what will be comes, it will be correct value. So basically final use where we don't need to change the value in future, even never we have to change. A const where we use there the value can be changed into future, but for a now for a sometime we are making as a constant. Okay, and the other thing is the constant basically take is a compile time variable. Okay, whatever the variable we can create by using the const, so that is a compile time, and final is a runtime variable, and which cannot be changed. So I hope you understand the concept of the const and the final. So let's wait for the next video, there we will discuss more.